Welcome back everyone. This is DragonInWhite here, back with another episode of Assassin's Creed. This time, we are back with episode 9. Before we begin, I would like to just do my usual shameless plugs. Firstly, I am the translator of the Chinese web novel, Immortal and Martial Dual Cultivation. This is a free-to-read novel available on gravitytales.com. The link is down in the description below. And along with that, I have a merch store up. If you would like to support what I do take a look at some of the things in there and consider purchasing some of them. And finally, I do have a Patreon, although this is more related to my novel. However, if you do pledge a support on Patreon, you will gain access to early access chapters that are not available to public yet. These chapters will update as the public releases go as well. Currently, there is about 2 chapters released every day. 1 chapter on weekend. I do a total of 50 chapters per month. Alright, without further ado, let us start up the game sound and then proceed on with the games. Okay, continue. So it has been about 3 or 4 days since I last played. I believe I was still working on clearing up quite a bunch of the grindy bits, and I was pretty much starting a thing whereby I start chatting about things about maybe certain current topics or my life and talking more about it. Oh. Okay, I gotta go to bureau lead. Okay, looks like I logged in here. Okay, so to be very honest, I am rather tired at the moment. This is mostly due to just me being a little having my family around. My family does not come from Singapore, but extended family that is, and they come from our neighbor, basically, Malaysia. And it's been a very long time since my grandmother as well as my aunts came to visit us. So for the past about 4 days or so, since I last recorded this in fact, they made a trip over to visit us, and we have been going around places, you know, like tourists. So it's rather exhausting. We went quite a few places, and due to my grandmother's age and physical abilities, let's just say that we had to take a slower pace. Now personally, I find having a slower pace a bit tiring. I'm not really sure why. Like, I travel less, but I end up feeling even more tired. It's rather strange, not really sure why. I think it's maybe the pacing that throws me off. Okay.
What have I done wrong?
Death to the I'll hunt you down!
Any issues?
I'll get you!
Okay, looks like I need to get a bit of my game fingers on. Some warm up.
You can't get from me!
There we go. Do I care about hiding? Not really. I suppose I should. Where's the nearest hiding spot? Oh, okay, chest, there we go. Oh, that sounded horrible. Yeah, so been rather tired, so if I kind of go silent for a bit, do pardon me. Still, if I do not record this today, what's gonna happen will be that I end up not having an episode out for one of these.
You're a dead man! You'll die for that!
Too bad there isn't the combo kill from the Assassin's Creed 2 system. I really like combo kills.
It's good you came along when you did. Another minute and they'd have made off with me. I'll...
Oh yeah. Saving the people, be a good being a good person. So to be honest, I haven't really came up with much topics to talk about. So I figured I will talk a little more about what I myself and maybe some of the things which I do. In particular, maybe for this episode and the next, I will talk about some of the things I've seen over the past couple of days, as well as maybe some of the interesting stuff which I saw as an intern in a hospital, being a being an intern in China no less. So while things are still fresh in my mind, I'll probably start with things which I've seen over the past 3-4 days. Although I'm not sure whether I have actually even seen enough to cover this episode of gameplay. Still, we can always just start off with that and give my brain a bit of a rest.
Don't try to run out, man. There's nowhere to
Oh,
go.
there they are. Can I assassinate?
Stop this, please.
You something to
Stop
say?
hurting me. Please. Nothing wrong.
I will make you bleed.
That actually helped. Being able to assassinate one guy first. Oh. Did that count as me initiating the rescue of the citizen? I hope it did.
Thank you, my boy.
It did.
I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Okay, alright. Okay, so oh, more.
Help! Someone's sure to be killed.
So I started the okay, so I started the well, not I started, but my family started the visit by, of course, arriving in the airport and traveling on a plane. So where we started off was me and my mom picking up my relative at the airport. Now, Singapore's airport, Changi Airport, is, well, I'm not exactly sure on whether is this exactly correct, but from what I understand, it is actually ranked the world's top airport for quite a while now, in fact.
You die, you're a dead man.
Okay, and yeah. Yeah, Singapore has been ranked the world's top airport for quite a while, and it's really a really beautiful place with lots of things to take a look at, and in particular I would say shops to shop at. Yes, really intelligent of them. Put places for people to spend their money at.
So merciful.
There he is. You can't get away from me.
I want to kill him actually, so just, you know, move aside. It's fine. vehicle.
And beg forgiveness we must, for only when our hearts and minds can victory.
Yes. So when we picked them up at terminal 4. Yes, terminal 4, one of the newest terminal. And by some coincidence, there happened to be some I don't know, singer arriving at the airport around the same time as when we were picking them up. So there was really a huge crowd over there that day, and they were all crowding the entrance. It was really interesting to see that the airport actually knew and anticipated this, so they put up gates and they put up gates and barricades to prevent people from like barging in and overwhelming the singer. Well, to be honest, I didn't really look at I didn't really watch or follow idols and stuff like that. So I had no idea who was arriving, and even on knowing the name or seeing the face, had no idea who it was. Yes, unfortunately. Well, so my mom looked it up and found that it was an singer. I think it's either Korean or Taiwanese, called Rain Young, I think, if anyone knew. So apparently she's here in Singapore for a concert. Yeah, she was here in Singapore for a concert, and her arrival just happened to be quite similarly timed with my relatives. Well, so that was a kind of a side distraction while we waited for the arrival of my relative. So as a result, apparently, they delayed up the immigration site to allow her to clear first, so that she doesn't get overwhelmed, I think, by people who happen to be in there. So as a result, the whole process got delayed. So then after that, we went to Jewel, which happens to be what I would call a shopping mall right beside the airport. A shopping mall filled with expensive stuff, in my opinion. So I think in order to, because we have 4 terminals, as you can guess, for the name of Terminal 4, there is a 1, 2 and 3. So Terminal 3 happens to be one of our largest terminal that was built not too long back. And then Terminal 4 was initially built as a budget terminal for primarily dealing with budget airlines. And then they upgraded it and turned it into a proper terminal with well, a bunch of things. I'm not exactly sure entirely what are all of them though. So now they handle both budget flights as well as certain commercial lines as well. So the interesting thing here is Terminal 1 is our oldest terminal, and honestly, there really isn't much to Terminal 1.
You have no business here. Leave. It's forbidden for you to be here.
Okay, I can do it from the front.
I'll get you.
Stay strong, citizens.
There. Yeah, so I think in order for them to revive Terminal 1, they built, well, probably that's also one of the places where there's more space as well, but they built a humongous shopping mall, or what I call a shopping mall, called Jewel. Threw in like a bunch of waterfalls and interesting things to look at, as well as shops and stuff like that, and tried to bring hype back to Jewel, and they also moved a bunch of flights over to Terminal 1 so that people would go there to shop. Rather intelligent of them, in my opinion.
Cost you your life. Ah!
Nice.
Let go of me! I'm so sorry!
You'll pay dearly.
Suppose I should thank you, though don't think I couldn't have handled them myself. Still.
Okay, so
Don't mind by
had
me.
dinner there and stuff,
I'll
and
see
then
to
we
it that
came
the
back
favour
and
is
rest.
returned.
And well, the first day I had to deal with my translation, so of course I let them go out on their own. Well, my mom at least with family, and then they would and you know, let them have some time with each other.
We came in peace to the Holy Land to spread the message of our Lord, but they
What's this?
turned away. They refused to accept him as their savior. These men
Okay.
evil in their hearts, and so
Yes. Can't quite recall where they went. I think they went to walk around Orchard Road. You know, a bit of shopping and stuff like that. Other than that, you know, there wasn't really much, and then we went out for dinner and that's it. So on the second day, I went out to the river safari, and had a pretty good time there. So for those of you who are not aware, Singapore has a pretty fantastic zoo. I quite like it, in fact. We try to go for an open concept as much as we could, not using cages when we can. Instead, we kind of give them their own little island and moats kind of thing to prevent them from escaping. But the zoo isn't the only place with animals in Singapore. What was that? Oof.
your
Okay,
heart is
fine.
pure, he will surely answer.
Where do I go for him?
Turned away, and so he punishes us. The Saracens are routed at every turn. All we do is pass, and so they
Where's my
retreat.
informal?
But he will not succeed, for none can withstand the might. Richard's army, he is graced by God.
Oh,
It is
okay.
only a matter of time, friends, before
Good you
all
come,
the
brother.
land
I could use that blade of yours. Too many archers about. This makes it difficult for me to work. Kill them. All of them. And I might be able to assist you in your campaign against the Mad Doctor. Keep in mind, however, that you must do this without being seen. Should you be discovered, they'll sound the alarm and you'll be forced to try again.
them from the countryside. Now they retreat to the aid them in their cause to save them. But he
We had a deal, brother. Honor your end of it, and I will honor mine.
Okay.
sacrificed in service to the Lord. We must all do our part. Stay strong, citizens. Remain fixed in your beliefs. Though the road is long and your trials many, know that God watches over you. It is his hand.
Okay, one archer down, second archer.
In Acre, in
Where is the archer?
to their lives and poisonous weapons of our enemies. Do not listen.
Oh, right. Wrong place. How far is he?
The Saracens
Feels like he's across on that building.
You have no business here.
It's only a matter of time, friends, before all the land
Oh, damn it.
more, just as it was.
Ah well, redo.
You can't run forever.
Okay. Well, retry.
These men hold evil in their hearts, and so blessed Richard.
So yeah, I went to the river safari and had a pretty good time there. The zoo, as I mentioned, it's not the only place for animals, so we have a few other places as well. The four more notable ones are basically the zoo. We have the night safari, which is kind of like a night zoo, where it specializes in animals that move around in the night. And then we have the Jurong Bird Park, which is closing soon and will be rebuilt somewhere else. Near the zoo, in fact. And then we finally have the river safari. So these four places will eventually be all located near the same area. Okay, let me get these quickly first. There we go.
And so blessed Richard, King and Savior, now stands against them, defending us from their ways.
Yes.
Be strong.
So
Turned away from
the river safari is one of the four places. So what it specializes is in river fishes that are around the world.
God is also
Well done, Altair. With those archers dead, I can be about my business. Take this. It's some sort of work order for repairs to Garnier's hospital. Perhaps it'll be of use to you.
and beg
To get around faster.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal. Bewegung!
Please, you're hurting me.
You're a dead man!
Oh, whoops, wrong person. My bad.
pay dearly. Fool! So you
Oh, right, sweet. So, River Safari has mostly river fishes from all over the world. Quite interesting, they show things where, like, there are humongous fishes, arapaimias, like huge fishes in the Thai river, I believe. And there are many others as well.
Coins, all I asked for is but a few coins.
Can go that way.
What happened here?
What
An
happened?
assassin!
This? Oh, done it.
Kill this person. You're a dead man, brothers! You're all dead men! You will all die! Kill someone?
Oh well. Yep, that's interesting. I quite like seeing the giant sea otters, as well as there's this manatees, and it was there which I came to realize what the difference between a manatee and a dugong is. Well, they're actually very similar, both also known as sea cows or mermaids, but the main difference is their tail. Their tail looks different. So one is more flat like a paddle, and the other is more forked like the, well, fish. If that makes sense.
Do not listen to their lies. Poisonous words meant to sow the seeds of confusion. If you find yourself tempted, go and ask God for direction. If your heart is pure,
Can I reach that? I think I can. Oh, good. No, is it? Oh yeah, just nice. So after that, second day, that was second day, and then third day was, I think, today, where we went to this place called Gardens by the Bay. It's basically two huge domes, basically climate controlled domes, where they built some attractions to show fauna and flowers and plants from various parts of the world and elevations. So the idea is to try and replicate those conditions so that they thrive somewhat. Granted, there's only so much that they can do, but still very nice. Lots of nice flowers, very pretty. I always love the checking out the place.
Stop it, please! You're hurting me!
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal. You dirty thief! You've no have your hands for that!
Heathen, your pants need a force. Puisque tu y
Back here!
Getting out of touch apparently.
Over here!
Les flammes de l'enfer vont te dévorer!
Alright, good one. I can't see.
He thinks he can beat us.
Je te tiens!
Oh. Alright.
Praise God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice.
Right, last viewpoint there, I think. Yes. So the plan for this episode is probably just to deal up with all these grindy bits.
Attrapez-le! Attrapez-le! Écartez-vous! Tu es fini, fini, renégat. Oder ich werde euch überlassen.
Alright, being ganked up is really not easy.
Das ist nicht klug.
Stop throwing me around.
Under control. C'est trop facile.
Je choisis le mauvais camp. Les flammes de l'enfer vont te dévorer.
Oh, why is there so many suddenly?
Tu ne m'échapperas pas. Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Écartez-vous.
Oh, for some reason I haven't been able to activate the counter kill for quite a while.
More people fighting. This
Tu ne m'échapperas pas.
Oh, this has to brute force it. Last one. So yeah, I just came back from Marina Base, not the Gardens by the Bay, and then we went to the Marina Bay Sands, which is well, kind of a shopping slash recreational area with convention centers and a casino. Yep. So we went to see a couple of light shows and stuff like that, and yeah, that was pretty much how my day went today. Ooh, I got an informer.
Beg of you, sir, I beg of you.
What informer?
Dude, I'm so
How about? Oh, you. Okay, I'll get to you in a moment. Oh yeah, so that reminds me. Apparently, I need to clear off these side quests to get a full completion on this. All right. Let's see, what do I have left? I got this, I got this. Former flag. 1, 2, 3, let me see that. How many do I have left to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is the save the citizens, okay?
bad for us, sir. I need the money.
Ah, if it isn't Altair, remember me? No? I learned my craft at the same time as you. Still no memories of me. Doesn't matter.
Aw.
Al-Mualim has charged me with a mission that I am honored to perform. I must test you. What a pleasure. I have hidden flags in this area. Find them and return to me. Be quick.
No,
It is such
not
a
a hide
shame
and seek
that the
thing.
old man insisted that I must help you if you succeed.
Money, sir. I'm poor, I'm sick and hungry.
Oh, okay, that's good. I got
Sir, have any money?
I get mini maps. Ah, for more, looks of it, it's more of an obstacle course. Okay. This I would say seems to be a rather logical order actually. Wrong place. Plenty of time apparently.
But a few coins.
What is that man thinking?
There we go.
I'm impressed. Not enough to change my mind about you, but since Al-Mualim commands, here is what I know about your next target. Garnier hides in the Hospitalier Fortress. Getting into the fortress will require cunning. That's all I have for you.
Alright, so that'll be 3 left, and then we gotta save a couple of citizens. So in any case, I think that's really all the time I have for today, and I gotta get ready for one final day of touring around with my family. So that will be it for this episode, and I'll probably be back again in another 2 days or so. And yeah, I usually tend to record the Assassin's Creed series 2 episodes at a time. So that means I play like twice a week, about 1 hour each time. And then I work on some rendering and stuff. Okay, without further ado, it's time for me to go. Ciao, ta-ta.